Chapter 1. The Heavy Door. The creaking of heavy metal echoes through the cavernous hall as I step into Hawthorne Correctional Facility, a world plunged into a gray haze. The unnerving chill of the concrete walls seeps into my bones, and the harsh buzz of fluorescent lights pierces my senses. My heart races as I feel the weight of countless gazes, a mix of curiosity and judgment. I clutch my belongings, a tattered paper bag, hoping to anchor myself in this whirlwind of uncertainty. The strict hierarchy is palpable, a silent code dictating interactions among inmates. The whispers flutter around me, hinting at alliances and rivalries, each word a reminder of the perilous game I've entered. Here, in this isolation, dreams suffocate, yet the resilience of the human spirit flickers dimly, setting the stage for stories hidden behind bars. As the heavy door slams shut, I take a deep breath. This is my new reality, and the journey has just begun. Chapter 2. The Faces Behind Bars. As the clang of the prison door fades, Alex meets the varied souls within Hawthorne Correctional Facility. First, there's Dr. Hargrove, a once-respected physician whose fall from grace stemmed from a tragic mix of addiction and malpractice. His stories spill forth like healing remedies, seeking to mend shattered self-worth. Next is Jamal, a misguided youth caught in the web of gang loyalty, his vibrant dreams overshadowed by the weight of consequence. Finally, there's Old Man Carter, an elderly gentleman serving a life sentence for a crime committed in a moment of desperation. His weathered face tells tales of regret and wisdom, bridging generations in a place designed to divide. Through their shared confessions and laughter, a fragile thread of humanity binds these men together, illustrating that even among the darkest of shadows, the light of empathy and understanding can penetrate, revealing the complex tapestry of life behind bars. Chapter 3. Echoes of Regret. In the dim light of his cell, Alex reflects on the weight of regret that echoes through the walls of Hawthorne Correctional Facility. Each diary entry becomes a confessional, revealing the remorse that inhabits the souls of the inmates surrounding him. He recalls the choices that led him here, poor decisions cloaked in desperation and misguided ambition. As the sounds of metal clanging and distant murmurs fill the air, Alex pens memories of lost dreams, an abandoned family, friendships sacrificed, and opportunities forever out of reach. He writes about the former doctor who once saved lives but now wrestles with guilt over his own fall from grace. The misguided youth, yearning for a second chance, carries the burden of unrealized potential. Their stories intertwine, creating a tapestry of shared sorrow, reminding Alex that amidst their collective failures lies the fragile thread of hope for redemption and healing. Chapter 4. Survival Tactics. Each day in Hawthorne Correctional Facility unfolds like a relentless cycle where survival becomes an art form. Inmates adapt quickly, devising routines that adhere to the unspoken rules of their concrete home. Alex reflects on the significance of small rituals, a shared cup of instant coffee in the morning, the delicate negotiation of spaces during yard time, and the careful language of looks and nods that navigate the complex hierarchy. He learns to read the room, gauging tensions by the flicker of a gaze or the tightness of a jaw. Exercise becomes a dual-purpose tool, both a physical outlet and a means of bonding with other inmates. He notes how laughter, even in harsh circumstances, serves as a lifeline, momentarily shattering the oppressive silence. Yet, beneath the facade of camaraderie, the weight of mental health looms, challenging the sanity of those confined behind steel bars. Survival, he realizes, depends as much on the mind as on the body. Chapter 5. Bonds of Brotherhood. As the days stretch on within the walls of Hawthorne Correctional Facility, Alex finds solace in the friendships he forges with fellow inmates. In this harsh environment, the bonds formed between individuals can become lifelines, and he quickly learns that survival is not solely about physical endurance. Each evening, under the unforgiving glow of the fluorescent lights, laughter echoes through the common area as he and his new friends share stories of their pasts, tales filled with regret, loss, and fleeting joy. The former doctor, who once held lives in his hands, recounts the moment everything spiraled out of control. The misguided youth, brimming with youthful bravado, still clings to dreams that seem just out of reach. And the elderly gentleman, with his weathered face, shares wisdom gleaned from decades of life experiences. Together, they create a brotherhood marked by understanding and compassion, providing a semblance of hope amidst the bleakness, reminding Alex that even within these walls, he is not alone. Chapter 6: Music in the Shadows. In the dimly lit common area, a flicker of hope emerged as the prison's theater program was introduced. Initially skeptical, Alex couldn't comprehend how acting could emerge from the shadows of despair. Yet, curiosity gnawed at him. As auditions began, he watched fellow inmates shed their hardened exteriors, transforming fears into performances. The rhythmic sounds of laughter mixed with the haunting echoes of their pasts, creating an unlikely symphony of resilience. Encouraged by the passion around him, Alex tentatively stepped forward to participate. During rehearsals, fragments of their stories spilled onto the makeshift stage, revealing raw emotions and shared experiences. Each line delivered was infused with unspoken hopes for redemption. In those moments, Alex began to understand art's power to bridge the chasms of isolation. The theater became a sanctuary, a place where vulnerability thrived amidst the twisted metal bars, fostering an essential sense of belonging among the inmates. Music, once a distant memory, resonated in their hearts once more. Chapter 7: The Play's Progress. In the dimly lit rehearsal space, a fragile sense of hope began to bloom among the inmates as they embarked on their shared journey of self-discovery through the theater program. Each day, under the watchful eye of the volunteer director, Alex and his fellow cast members uncovered the transformative power of storytelling. As they explored their roles, drawing from their own lives, the sound of laughter and occasional tears filled the air, breaking through the prison's oppressive silence. Alex, initially skeptical, found himself captivated by the unfolding narratives, gradually letting his guard down. His diary entries reflected a newfound vulnerability as he recounted moments of genuine connection, the thrill of camaraderie, and the cathartic release found in each line rehearsed. With every passing rehearsal, the inmates began to transform, not just into characters, but into symbols of resilience. They were no longer mere shadows behind bars. They were artists reclaiming their voices. Chapter 8: A Night of Performance. The day of the play's premiere dawned with a palpable buzz of excitement and nerves rippling through the prison halls. As the sun dipped below the concrete horizon, the small common area transformed into a makeshift theater, dimly lit with flickering bulbs that cast warm shadows. Inmates gathered, their laughter mingling with anxious whispers, each face a canvas of hope and fear. As the curtain lifted, Alex stood backstage, his heart racing. The first lines echoed, resonating through the packed room, a raw honesty emanating from his fellow actors. Stories of pain and redemption unfolded, gripping the audience, both inmates and guards alike. Each heartfelt performance blurred the lines of their pasts, igniting a collective sense of empathy. The laughter, the tears, and the cheers wove together an unbreakable bond. In that transformative moment, they weren't just inmates, they were storytellers, reclaiming their narratives amid the oppressive shadows. Chapter 9: Rising Tensions. As days turned into weeks, the prison's simmering tensions escalated, threatening the fragile peace that Alex and his fellow inmates had cultivated. Clashes between rival factions erupted sporadically, fueled by old grudges and the desperation of confinement. The air crackled with an unsettling energy, a precursor to chaos. Alex's diary entries grew darker, capturing the suffocating anxiety that blanketed the cell block, a world where camaraderie could quickly dissolve into hostility. On one fateful night, the inevitable confrontation occurred. Shouts echoed like gunfire through the corridors, followed by the unmistakable sound of metal clashing against flesh. The chaos shattered the temporary solace crafted through the theater program, leaving everyone shaken. In the midst of the turmoil, Alex's reflections turned inward, grappling with the fear of losing the bonds he had formed. In these harrowing moments, the stark reality of life behind bars revealed itself, a prison not only of walls but of minds, fraught with unyielding shadows. Chapter 10: Seeking Change. As the atmosphere within Hawthorne Correctional Facility grows increasingly tense, Alex finds solace in hushed discussions among inmates advocating for change. Frustrated by the oppressive conditions and lack of mental health support, they form a small group committed to raising awareness about their needs and rights. Alex's diary entries reveal their grassroots efforts, a blend of venting their frustrations and strategizing collective actions. They share stories of the harsh realities of prison life, the struggles of living in constant fear, and the yearning for dignity. In one revealing exchange, a former doctor speaks passionately about the importance of mental health care, igniting a flicker of hope among the group. As they bond over shared experiences, the chorus of their voices rises in solidarity, creating a powerful echo against the concrete walls. In this chaotic world, they recognize that even small efforts for change can foster a profound sense of community and resilience. Chapter 11. The Fight Within. In the dim light of his cell, Alex wrestles with the unseen demons that haunt him. The relentless clang of metal bars and the distant shouts of guards serve as reminders of a reality designed to erode the spirit. His diary entries capture the gripping turmoil within, a dance between self-worth and degradation, a struggle for identity in a place meant to strip it away. He reflects on the psychological toll of isolation, where dignity feels like a fleeting ghost. Small acts of defiance emerge, sharing laughter with cellmates or speaking words of encouragement during dark moments. Yet every confrontation, every fight over territory leaves an indelible mark on the psyche. As Alex writes, an understanding blooms. While physical battles rage outside, the most profound struggle lies within. The prison becomes a mirror, reflecting not just the shadows of their past, but the flickering lights of the resilience that bind them together in this shared fight for survival. Chapter 12. The Hope of Freedom. As the news of potential early releases reverberates through the facility, a current of excitement mixed with anxiety permeates the air. Alex's diary entries reflect his tumultuous feelings. What does freedom mean after years of confinement? He observes fellow inmates wrestling with their pasts, some fluidly optimistic, others ensnared in a web of fear regarding the outside world. The conversations buzz with questions about reintegration. Will they find jobs? Will their families take them back? In the quiet moments, Alex ponders his own journey, his regrets, dreams, and the lessons learned within these walls. He envisions a future where he can make amends and contribute. The sounds of clanging metal and distant voices serve as a backdrop to these contemplations, a reminder of both the confinement they face and the liberation they long for. A spark of hope ignites among them, revealing that the desire for redemption is as powerful as the physical chains that bind them. Chapter 13. Farewells and New Beginnings. As the countdown to release day approaches, a bittersweet atmosphere envelops the prison. Alex sits with his fellow inmates in the common area, the sense of impending separation palpable. Emotions run high as they reflect on the friendships built within these concrete walls, bonds forged in the fires of shared struggle and vulnerability. Laughter mingles with tears, as stories of hope and regret are exchanged. Each inmate's journey a testament to resilience. The sound of shuffling feet fills the air as they prepare for their final meal together, a mixture of camaraderie and melancholy hanging like a shadow. Alex pens a heartfelt entry, capturing the essence of their connection. We leave behind more than just a prison. We take memories of laughter and pain into the unknown. As they embrace, the echoes of their shared experiences linger, rooting them to a past they cannot forget. With heavy hearts, they look toward an uncertain future, yet fueled by a flicker of hope for new beginnings.